In this presentation, I will explain the cosine rule. The only two possible triangles that can be created by having three values without having a matching pair are the following two. In the first one, you have three values, but you don't have a matching pair. You know this side, but you don't know the opposite corresponding angle. You know this angle, but you don't know the opposite corresponding side. And you know this side, and you don't know the opposite corresponding angle. We call this SAS, side angle side, and this is one case that you cannot use the sine rule. In the second triangle, you have all the three sides, but you don't know any of the opposite corresponding angles. Therefore, again, you cannot use the sine rule. This is side, 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 and these are the only two cases where we will be using the cosine rule. As before, we label the sides with the name which is opposite of their corresponding angles. The cosine rule is given by this formula, and that will be given in the GCSE exams. The first bit, a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. This reminds Pythagoras theorem, so it's easy to remember it. Minus 2 times these two sides, BC, cos of the angle A. What happens if the angle is the unknown? We can rearrange the formula. We bring the minus 2bc cosine on the other side and the a squared on the other side. Therefore, we get this. Then you divide by 2bc and you have created a formula that the angle is the unknown. This formula will not be given in the exams. Thus, you need to know how to create it for yourselves. We don't pay too much attention on the letters. Here it's one formula with respect of the side A and the corresponding with the angle A. Here the letter could be B or C. If we see the formula with respect of the angle B, then remember as Pythagoras theorem, B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2 times these two sides cos of the angle B, and the corresponding formula where the angle is the unknown is cos B is equal to A squared plus C squared minus B squared. Here it's minus B for the cos B, here it's minus A for the cos A, and so on. We're having two formulas. The first one we prefer it if the side is the unknown, and the second formula we prefer to use it when the angle is the unknown. We see one example. Here we see that because it's not a right angle triangle, you cannot use Pythagoras or trigonometry. You need to have three values, and then you need to check whether to use the sine rule or the cosine rule. Because there is not a matching pair, here is the side, angle, side, we will be using the cosine rule. By labeling the sides, having the two formulas, here you have to make a choice which of the two formulas to use. We prefer to use the first formula because the side is the unknown. You fill the bits, in the formula, and finally you need to press the square root, and the answer is 4.69. Here we have a triangle with three sides. As we mentioned before, this is the other case that you will be using the cosine rule. Because it's not a right angle triangle, you cannot use Pythagoras or trigonometry. There is not a matching pair, therefore cosine rule. Again, you label the sides. We prefer the second formula now because the angle is the unknown. Again, you fill the bits, in the formula, and remember at the end you need to press Shift Cos to find the answer.